G6. So if you end up liking what you see on my channel, please like, subscribe, hit the bell icon for more notifications on my next video. You probably wondering why the G6 in 2021, since it was released back in April 7th, 2017. What use does it have in 2021? Actually, the G6 is still a good buy in 2021, and in my view, I would actually pick an old flagship smartphone over the current budget smartphone. Sure, I would lose future updates and new features, but considering what the LG G6 can do, it can hold up in 2021. So here is why I think the LG G6 is still worth getting in 2021. So the G6 has that premium looking industrial finish which fits perfectly when holding it back, isn't completely flat as the sides are curved, and of course it is a fingerprint magnet, so I do recommend a case if you're the type that doesn't want any fingerprint magnet on it. It is a 5.7-inch smartphone with a dimension of 148 by 71.9 with a weight of 163 grams, which is quite light to hold. So onto the build, it does have the Gorilla Glass 3 in front protecting the screen. You can add extra screen protection just in case, like I did. Round the back you get Gorilla Glass 5 for the solid protection, which the sides of the frames are made up of aluminium. At the top of the phone you do get a 3.5mm headphone jack with LG's very own hi-fi quad jack to help boost the G6 audio output when using a headphone. At the sides you get your SIM slot and your volume button, which I'll explain and I'll let you guys know where it's at in just a few moments. Down at the bottom you do get a USB Type-C port and a single firing speaker. Oh, lest I forget, you get an IPS68 dust and water resistance. So let's take a quick look at the fingerprints, which is mounted at the back of the phone together with the power button. I know some of you won't like the idea of the power button being at the back. Well, I don't mind. First, the position of the fingerprint is actually good, being at the center and a little bit below the camera. I had no troubles unlocking the smartphone as the fingerprint is still good, fast enough for a 2017 smartphone. 10 out of 10, it gets the job done. To the display, I will say the G6 impressed me a bit. Having an IPS LCD display, despite that, it also supports HDR10 and Dolby Vision with a sweet body ratio of 78.6% and a resolution of 1480p by 2880 pixel with a 564 ppi density. The curved corners actually look kind of cool, and the bezels on the phone is acceptable. Not just the side bezels, and the top and bottom are compact. Watching videos on the phone is quite good. Using the phone indoors with maximum brightness is great, but outdoors I did struggle a bit when using the phone. I actually believe the G6 beats most budget phones in terms of display, with sharp and bright viewing angles as well as an always on display. I mean, you can't beat that with any budget phone out there. It comes with dual camera at the back with complete the face you can see it's making. I mean, you do see the robot face though. Anyways, the G6 gets the twin 13 megapixel sensor behind your standard lens and your 120 wide angle lens with a dual LED flash in between. Images taken on the phone still looks great. I actually got a lot of shots on this. With HDR on, the color reproduction looks great with minimum noise and clean details, and the sky is accurate. Switching to the wide lens, I did notice brightness was reduced. Well, aside that, the picture still came out great. No difference from the standard lens. Aside the brightness, with HDR turned off, the standard lens lost brightness but still took a really good picture. Same goes for the wide angle lens. Indoor shots came out good, but it did lose detailing at the back of the tree. I mean, the wall ain't that white. Aside that, the tree did look great with cool color reproduction. So these pics actually came out great. Color reproduction of the dogs and chains were accurate, and detailing on the dog is great. So here are some more pictures. The front facing camera did try. I felt it lacked detail in a bit, but the skin tones were accurate. Videoing on the phone is good. You have image stability for stable video shots, and you can shoot at 4K to 30 frames per second, 1080p at 30 and 60 frames per second on the main camera. For the selfie cam, you can only shoot videos at 1080p at 30 frames per second. So, in terms of performance, the G6 does hold up well in 2021, despite having the Snapdragon 821 chipset with Adreno 530. Despite being a 2017 smartphone, the phone holds up well in performance. With LG skin, the settings menu is well planned, not too much unnecessary settings, as LG still tries to blend their skin with the Google skin. The phone comes with Android 7 nuggets, but you can update it to Android 9. At some point, when using it on Android 7, the camera refused to open. Like, I actually had to try out means, but when I updated to Android 9, the cameras actually were working perfectly. So I think there was a bug on Android 7, something like that, but all that is off. On the back, you do get a 3300 mAh battery, which does the trick for daily usage. I actually got up to 4 to 5 hours of screen on time, depending on what you're using it for. For light usage, I actually got up to 5 hours, but gaming heavily, I actually got up to 4 hours of use. And you don't need to worry, you can't top it up with an 18-watt fast charging, which also comes with quick charge. I think I actually got my phones. I actually got the phone from 0 to 100% under 1 hour 30 minutes. So, as for gaming, the G6 actually holds up well when playing PUBG. I didn't experience any bug, although the phone does tend to get a little bit warm when playing for a particular period of time. I will be doing a gaming review on the G6 in my next video, so I got you covered on that. So you have to subscribe to check the next video. So I guess that's it for this one, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.